weeks. It's Monday, January 17th, 2022. Coming up on the program today, a Sriracha Semen surprise, plus a horny 22-year-old in an 8-year-old's body, one agitated professor's rant against limberdick cocksucker college administrators, and some urine lover cocktail recipes. All coming up today. Distorted View Daily proudly presents great moments in bad gay porn.
What's the matter, kid?
I have to call the police. The demolition guy next door raped me when I was delivering the paper.
That's terrible.
Ouch! My ass really hurts.
Listen, I'm a doctor. Why don't you drop your pants and let me take a look?
I don't know.
Oh, come on. I might be able to help. You're pretty swollen. It's practically inside out.
Ouch! That really hurts, doctor.
How does this feel?
Better. Much better. Thank you, Dr. Rains, but it still hurts.
Then you'll have to come back tomorrow for a follow-up exam.
Okay. The demolition guy next door raped me.
It's the Distorted View Show with Tim Henson.
Welcome to 1-800-ASSHOLE.
Where did I park my car? Oh, no.
Is Miss Vagina thinking about Mr. Penis?
Goes a weasel.
Yes, Tim Henson back here with you, starting a new week of programs. Thank you so much for joining me today on Distorted View Daily, the podcast where every weekday I bring you the finest collection of the weird and the wonderful. And not so wonderful. The criminal, the perverted, the sick and gross. Come to think of it, I don't even know why I said wonderful. That is such a tiny part of this podcast. I don't want to give you the wrong idea about what we're doing here. So let's just scratch everything I just said and start over. Distorted View Daily features the worst of humanity. The weirdest, nastiest stuff I could find from the deepest recesses, bowels, really. The deepest bowels of the internet. As a matter of fact, many of the clips I play on the show heavily involve the bowels. Yeah, it's that kind of show. Real lowbrow shit. If you're too good to listen to a little scat porn, this may not be the podcast for you, Miss Prissy. We keep it real here. Real filthy. You down to get brown, huh? You gonna get a little brown with us? If you're down to get brown, you may have what it takes to call yourself a freak. By the way, welcome, new listeners. I applaud you for making it this far, honestly. Listen, I do have a great show for you today, and it may come as a relief. The intro may have scared some of you, but I don't have any scat porn today. You can all breathe a little easier. I did want to mention a new fantastic TLC show I ran across. Maybe some of you have seen I Am Shauna Ray. If not, that's okay. Let me explain the premise. I Am Shauna Ray is a reality series which follows the life of Shauna Ray, a 22-year-old girl, and that's pretty much it. That's the premise. See, I told you it was easy to follow. There is one more thing about Shauna, though. No, she's not 8,000 pounds. No, she's not a polyamorous gypsy woman. No, she's not a mid-op transgender woman with an eating disorder. Although I do want to see that show. Shauna Ray, at a young age, suffered brain cancer. It's not a joke. That wasn't supposed to be funny. It's not. You guys are all assholes. Good God. Yeah, so Shauna Ray suffered brain cancer at a very young age, and it stunted her growth. Now, she's 22 years old. She's healthy-ish, but she's trapped in the body of an 8-year-old. According to TLC's website, the reality show just sort of follows Shauna living her life, learning new things, learning how to drive, trying to date. Apparently dating is very hard for her. I know we haven't known each other very long, Shauna, but I think I've got the perfect guy to set you up with.
Hi, Galileo 2333.
He is going to love you. Just one thing, though. It's a small one. You can't ever tell him that you're actually 22. Just let him believe whatever he wants to believe. This actually leads in nicely to the clip I wanted to share with you today from I Am Shauna Ray. In it, Shauna describes the difficulty with dating when you look like an 8-year-old girl.
I like the bow.
You want to put me on a dating app, but you don't want me to dress provocative.
That is Shauna Ray.
You want to talk like this? I'm very excited to go on my blind date. I think I'm going to order the chicken nuggets. I hope they're in the shape of dinosaurs. It just makes eating more fun, you know? I like the shapes.
She likes the shape of the dinosaur chicken nuggets. Yeah, so, she sounds like an 8-year-old. She looks like an 8-year-old. She's the size of an 8-year-old.
I like the bow.
You want to put me on a dating app, but you don't want me to dress provocative.
You want to dress provocative?
Yeah, I want to give off slut vibes.
Shauna, that is not like you. Why do you want to give off slut vibes?
Listen to me. I'm 22 years old. Everyone thinks of me as a little girl. Meanwhile, my pussy is aching for dick. I need cock in me now.
I have to close.
I know.
There's plenty of bad situations that can happen when it comes to people that want to date me. The attraction to younger people, children exactly, is an issue.
Issue? I see it as a solution. Honey, I hate to say this because it's not fair, but life isn't fair. I think you're going to have to take one for the team here. You have the potential to satiate the need and urges of sick, perverted pedophiles nationwide. You could save little girls from being abducted, sexually abused. All you gotta do is give up that cunt. That sweet 22-year-old. It's a 22-year-old cunt, but it looks and smells like, I don't know what age that pussy looks and smells like, but if the rest of the body looks like an 8-year-old, I think that's good enough for a pedophile, you know? This is what the U.S. government should be spending money researching. We gotta give more women brain cancer, stunting their growth, creating an army of adult yet very young-looking women. We match them up with potential sex offenders. Bing, bang, boom. We have solved the child sex crime epidemic. Tim Henson for president. It all starts with giving little girls brain cancer. That's the tricky part. That's going to be the part that's going to be difficult getting public support for. Have to hire a public relations team to spin that.
And there have been times that I've attracted that, and they haven't been like super old, creepy guys all the time, but sometimes they are, sometimes they're younger, and it's just creepy.
What are we going to say in your bio?
I'm short, leave me alone.
Oh, because that'll get so many
going
responses.
to get hits.
I'm a Cancer. I've also had cancer. Do people really put that on their dating profile?
Yes.
Her dating profile is a tough fucking sell. I'm short, leave me alone. 22-year-old, body ravaged by cancer. I can't ride most roller coasters. If you take me to a restaurant, prepare to ask for a booster seat. If you contact me, I'll just assume you're a pedophile. Take a chance on romance. Also, I hate facial hair. This girl has a point, though, because she's so unusual. I mean, she's not bad looking, right? She's just unusual. She's like, I don't know, 4'2", 70 pounds, talks with a baby doll voice. Who's looking for that? Who's attracted to that other than pedophiles, right? Back to the clip. The girls are still filling out the profile, and things are getting sexy.
A pro and con of dating me.
I could think of a really dirty pro.
Yeah, you gotta say it now.
You're at the right height.
Yeah, we know. I know.
You're
for
right
that for
there.
sure.
Could you imagine going through life and you're at cock height? Your mouth is always right by dick. I mean, God, let's think about that. My mouth is watering.
You want to put that on your profile?
When it comes to physical intimacy, the boxes have all been checked.
Our little girl's all grown up. She's a slut. I wonder how old she was when she first got laid. And I wonder what the story is with the guy that banged her.
Hi, Galileo 2333.
No, it was not Galileo 2333. Come on.
Michael looks cute.
He looks like a boy.
He's looking for a relationship.
What? What a mouth on this little girl.
All been checked.
Wait, he looks like a what whore?
Michael looks cute.
Cock whore?
He looks like a boy.
Oh, a fuck boy.
He's looking for a relationship. That's
He
a
has
good
stuff.
guy.
Anyone's
You can't
baby.
spell Connecticut.
He did put a Q in Connecticut, T. That's a little rough.
Maybe.
No, there's no explaining that. That's bad.
Pass.
Ooh, Greg.
He spelled Connecticut with a Q.
Kind of a nerd. This is perfect.
I have a
He has
dog.
Bunch of musical instruments. Cancer survivor. Yes.
Hey, yes.
We're playing.
We have something to talk about now.
She's a cancer survivor, Shauna.
I'm looking for someone who's nice, has integrity,
At least 9 inches hung. Gotta be willing to eat ass.
maybe funny. Funny's good too. Funny's really good.
See, I feel like she needs to be the one to initiate conversation. If a guy contacts her first, chances are he's gonna be weird. She needs to be the one reaching out. Otherwise, she's gonna end up with
Galileo 2333.
Anyway, it's a fascinating show. I don't know if I'm interested in the rest of her life. I just really want to follow her dating because it's got to be so very awkward. I hope the show really focuses on that. I will say the first comment on this video is kind of funny. It's from Stephanie A. She says, I think her biggest issue is that she can easily pass for a child, unlike other little people. It's like, yeah, Stephanie, that's the point. You're a little slow on the uptake there. Hey, this 22-year-old looks like a little girl. Why is no one mentioning that? It's the whole premise for the show, you mongoloid. Anyway, she goes on to say, I can't imagine her future boyfriend showing affection in public. That's true. That's going to raise some eyebrows. You got to be prepared to answer to the police a lot. This Shauna better just keep her ID around her neck at all times. I would make her wear a t-shirt that says, I just look like I'm underage. I bet some will probably call the cops. Even if she finds a boyfriend, he has to be attracted to someone who looks super young. It's a very complicated situation, so I don't blame her father for worrying. Yes, Stephanie. Mostly pointing out the obvious there. That's the typical TLC viewer, I guess. Anyway, the show is called I Am Shauna Ray, and it's currently in season 1. Start watching now, and you can get in on the ground floor there. Moving on now. COVID-19 continues to rage on. Obviously, we are in the midst of the Omicron variant. Millions of people getting infected with that flavor of Rona. Got a little kick to it. Seems like schools don't know what to do. Obviously, the parents all want the kids to go back to school. Teachers aren't so sure that's a good idea because, you know, they're the ones that have to hang out with those disgusting little creatures, little snot-nosed carriers. And sure enough, there's a spike in cases, the school's shut down, back to online learning. Then parents freak out, they start complaining again to the school board. Wash, rinse, repeat. Even when it comes to higher learning, professors and administrators don't see eye to eye when it comes to COVID protocol. One teacher over there at Ferris State University in Michigan really started ranting and raving. This guy's name is Barry Mailer. He's been a professor at Ferris State University for nearly 30 years. He's pissed off, I believe, because he's being made to teach in class instead of online. The video I'm going to be playing for you is the teacher introduction video that was sent to all of his students this semester.
But I stand before you today beholden to no human cocksucker and work in a paying fucking union job. And no limber dick cocksucker of an administrator is going to tell me how to teach my classes because I'm a fucking tenured professor.
You can't touch me, motherfucker. I mean, even if you're tenured, you can still get fired. It's not a magic shield. But yeah, this guy just, he has run out of fucks to give.
So if you want to go complain to your dean, fuck you, go ahead. I'm retiring at the end of this year and I couldn't give a flying fuck any longer.
Again, this is the teacher's introduction video. This is the first time these students have seen or heard this man talk. This is a fine introduction.
You people are just vectors of disease to me, and I don't want to be anywhere near you. So keep your fucking distance. If you want to talk to me, come to my Zoom. Anyway, back to my soliloquy. So what you really want to know is, how the fuck am I going to get out of this course alive and with an A? That is the real question. How does this asshole professor grade?
I love this guy. Like, the video is titled, My History Professor's Intro Video, I'm Dropping the Class. What a fucking pansy, right? This professor is awesome so far.
Well, let me set your mind at ease about that. You don't have a thing to worry about because there's absolutely nothing you can do. You have no control over your grade. It doesn't matter how fucking hard you work or how great your grades are. My grading system is based on the Calvinist doctrine of predestination. It's good enough for Calvin, it's good enough for me. None of you cocksuckers are good enough to earn an A in my class. So I randomly assign grades before the first day of class. I don't want to know shit about you. I don't even want to know your name. I just look at the number and I assign a grade. That is how predestination works. And don't come fucking complaining to me. Take your complaints to God. He ordained this system, not me, to me. So when I look out at a classroom filled with 50 students, I see 50 selfish kids who don't give a shit whether grandpa lives or dies. And if you won't expose your grandpa to a possible infection with COVID, then stay the fuck away from me. If you don't give a shit about whether grandpa lives or dies, by all means, come to class. Now, before any of you go running to complain.
Oh, and people did run and complain. There have been news stories written about this guy. I believe the professor is currently on leave.
And it happens every semester. Dr. Mailer said, we shouldn't come to class. Dr. Mailer said we shouldn't come to class. Let me clarify my attendance policy to you. First, let me explain that professors have complete discretion with regard to attendance policy. Many professors, for example, allow 3 unexcused absences, while other professors do not take attendance and require attendance at all. My classes are all designed to be taught remotely, and everything you need to earn an A is available to you on our Canvas page. There is no benefit whatsoever from coming to class. I will not take questions in class because I'm wearing this fucking helmet in order to stay alive. So please, come to class, enjoy the show. I'll be there regularly because I have no choice.
This would be my dream class. Like, I don't have to go. The teacher doesn't even want me there. He puts everything you are going to need to pass online. You just read it, you learn it, you come to take the test, and you're done. If you have questions, you can remotely, call this guy, Zoom him, email. Love that shit. My kind of professor. Unfortunately, he's not everyone's cup of tea. As I mentioned, there have been some news stories written about him while a Ferris State University professor is on administrative leave for a video sent to students using vulgar language. Some students are showing their support in hopes he does not lose his job. Barry Mailer has been a professor at Ferris State University for nearly 30 years. The video in question is a 14-minute course introduction sent to his students earlier this month. In it, he directs profane language towards the administration for sending teachers back to face-to-face learning during the pandemic. Some students complain, but others now are saying they hope he keeps his job. Quote, I'm going to be more engaged in class to a professor that's swearing at me than someone who talks to me like I'm in kindergarten, said one student. So that 2 or 3 minute clip that I just played for you, that's the thing that's been circulating. But I tracked down the full 14-minute video, and it's obvious this guy has a sense of humor. He's joking around. The video starts with him wearing a space helmet and a mask. He takes off his space helmet.
Oh, let me take this off.
Goes.
Turn that off. This.
The mask off, too.
Damn. Man, I just got in from Rigel 7. The intergalactic internet is all a buzz about this planet. I don't know whether you people have noticed, but it's dangerous to breathe the air. Many of your experts are advising wearing masks because there's a deadly virus spreading around the planet.
After he goes on his vulgar, profane tirade, he plays a clip from that old HBO show Deadwood, and it sort of explains where he was coming from.
Here before you today, beholden to no human cocksucker and working a paying fucking gold claim. Not the U.S. government saying I'm trespassing or the savage fucking red man himself or any of these limber dick cocksuckers passing themselves off as prospectors who better try and stop me.
He just sort of made it about the administrators instead of prospectors and the red man.
Is my adaptation of this scene plagiarism? Well, if I hadn't put it to your attention, it would be plagiarism. And if you get caught stealing other people's words, you can get in a lot of trouble. Here at Ferris, you could be expelled. The end of your career. You got caught cheating and it cost you the rest of your life. Of course, if you don't get caught, you're fine. And that is why I always encourage my students to avoid getting caught.
Yes, be smart about plagiarism.
And if I got caught, if someone found...
This guy fucking rocks! You can't fire this professor! All because one whiny little bitch of a student didn't like the swear words he was hearing. Good God. I've got a couple more short clips for you. This really just shows you how jumpy people are. We're expecting the worst. We've got a gathering of people here for Remembrance Day. I don't know, like this is something in Germany or something. It might have something to do with the Holocaust. I don't know what they're remembering, but it's a very somber moment. There's 2 minutes of silence. Thousands, if not tens of thousands of people, it looks like, are there paying their respects, being silent, remembering on this day of remembrance. But at some point during the 2 minutes of silence, a crazy homeless person just starts screaming. Maybe he felt like bugs were crawling on him. Maybe Jesus was yelling at him again. Who knows? Take a listen here. There's the crazy homeless person you can hear off in the distance. The entire crowd thinks something has gone wrong. There must be a terrorist attack. And all these people just start stampeding. They're running away from nothing. How would you even know, like, which way to go? You know what I mean? Like, you start running. What if you run the wrong way? What if you're running towards the terrorist? Everyone's running a different way. 63 people were injured in this for no reason. There was nothing happening aside from a homeless person jonesing for a little more meth. I've got a similar clip here from Times Square here in America, in New York City, right? This was not a homeless person freaking people out. This was a motorcycle that backfired. I guess that could, sort of sound like a gunshot. Here it is, just like normal, ambient New York City noise, crowd. And you can sort of hear people screaming. It's like a wave. It's like a bunch of people just running to where the camera's at. And then everyone that's in frame right now who is just like sort of sitting down, enjoying a hot dog or whatever, they get up as they start running. To be fair, this is America, and we have a lot of shooting situations. Better safe than sorry. USA #1. One more clip, and then we will get into the news. Oh, I've got an insufferable vlogging couple. Oh, they're like mommy-daddy vloggers. I don't know who watches this shit. They've got 1.5 million subscribers. The description on their YouTube page is something like, "We're a young family of 4, about to be 5. Join us on our journey." And all their videos are of their stupid kids like, "Oh, Kayla's walking. We're going to Disneyland. Join us." Is this like porn for middle-aged spinsters or something? Who's watching this? Here's just a clip of a typical video.
Good morning. Money. We have some updates for you guys. Check this out.
Oh my God. One of the babies is walking.
Look at that. Our baby girl is walking so well.
Big fucking deal. I can do that, and I'm not all tipsy like that stupid baby. I can walk just fine without falling down most of the time. Where's my props? Where are my views? Anyway, there's been a lull in their video output recently. Thankfully, finally, they addressed their absence.
So, yeah, Kira broke up with me. So
Does it make you feel better to say it like that? Do you feel better because it's not you?
Oh, yeah, because I tried.
Because that's what happened, bitch. You broke up with him. She wanted this to be all like, "We've decided to end our relationship." But this guy's coming out saying, "No, here's what happened. She broke up with me. She's the bad guy here. We have 4 fucking kids, and she decided to end it."
Oh, yeah, Kira broke up with me. So
Does
crazy.
it make you feel better to say it like that? Do you feel better because it's not you?
Yeah, because I tried my ass off to make it work in the end, and
but that's the thing, guys. Yeah. If you're listening,
that's the thing. Sometimes stuff doesn't work out.
In the end, doesn't always work anymore.
Yeah.
But I don't want to also make it seem like the thing is, okay, not that we need to get into this.
Yeah, she doesn't want to get into this. Most of all, she doesn't want to come off looking like the bad guy.
And nothing happened that's like crazy and dramatic. Nobody like cheated. Nobody like.
Feelings were hurt though. You did some things that hurt my feelings, but I found out later on, like a month later, that it's because you were holding these feelings inside and kind of resenting me.
But can you please clarify that I wasn't cheating?
Yeah, you weren't cheating.
Like, you weren't cheating. Will dig into
you did a lot of things that bothered me. I wouldn't consider them full-blown cheating, but
it was in the ballpark of cheating. This guy wants to be honest because he's got nothing to lose. I have a feeling in the divorce, she's going to keep the YouTube channel. She wants to keep YouTubing after this, and she doesn't want her followers to turn on her. Hey, can you please tell our viewers I did not cheat on you? And he was like, I guess it wasn't exactly cheating.
Can you please clarify that I wasn't cheating?
Yeah, you weren't cheating. You weren't cheating.
Will dig into
you did a lot of things that bothered me. I wouldn't consider them full-blown cheating, but it was definitely lines that we shouldn't have crossed. All right, fine.
I'm not. That's going to be deleted, but she forgot to delete it from her fucking video.
But what about that situation bothers you?
It's not that situation. I just feel like once we sit here and start naming like specific things, like do we want to talk about when I had mental health issues? You were not there for me. Like we don't need to like dig into all of that.
Yet you mentioned it right now, so people know he's also the bad guy. I was having a mental breakdown and he couldn't even be nice about it. That time I lost my purse in Brazil.
I don't
in a weird way.
Like, I can't meet your adrenaline standards. I don't like the things that you like. I don't want the same things that you want. I'm not interested in the same things that you are. And I want you to have that with somebody.
I'm setting you free. See, I'm the good person. On one hand, I don't give two shits about this couple. I don't care about their life. I don't care about them breaking up. On the flip side, I love drama, especially like domestic drama. People fighting and getting divorces and stuff. And I like that she's desperately trying to defend herself without looking like she's defending herself, you know?
It wasn't like one thing.
So what triggered you to be so mean though this last month? Not that she was horrible. She was actually very nice to me during the like actual breakup process, but there was a phase where like I was trying my
Once best. I had decided that I didn't want to be with Oscar anymore, I couldn't tell him that because we were going on like these trips we had.
I feel so bad for Oscar. He went on that trip thinking everything's okay. Meanwhile, she knew that she was going to be breaking up with him as soon as she got home. I just have this feeling like, in her mind, this video was going to go a different way. They were just going to talk together, be on camera together and say, no, we've decided to emotionally decouple. We're still friends. This YouTube channel is going to continue to go on so we can continue to make money. Things are emotional. You get those emotional clicks, right? The sympathy views. Things are hard right now. This is a big adjustment for us, but we're going to get through it. Meanwhile, Oscar's like, why were you so mean to me? Oscar, look into the camera and tell everyone that I didn't cheat on you. I guess you didn't fully 100% cheat on me. That's right. We decided to go our separate ways. She broke up with me. You're better off. Her cunt's all worn out anyway. She had 4 kids. Move on to something a little fresher. For some reason, I'm very concerned about the freshness and scent of a woman's cunt today. I don't know what my problem is. All right, and with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre twist to the fucked up news right now. Not a member of the Distorted View Sideshow. What are you waiting for? Help support this stupidity. Become a true and honorable freak today. Sign up at superfreaksideshow.com. When you do, you'll gain full access to the entire archive of programs. More importantly, every week we do brand new exclusive shows. When you sign up, you gain access to a special password-protected RSS feed that works with most podcast apps. That'll contain all of the new free and exclusive programs. If you don't want to mess around with, feeds and usernames and passwords and stuff, there are other ways to get Sideshow content. For instance, if you listen to Distorted View in Spotify, you can sign up right in the app. Super simple. Again, you'll have access to the free shows and all of the new exclusive programs. Same deal with Apple Podcast users. If you use the Apple Podcast app, just search for Distorted View. You can click to pay and subscribe and become a member of the Sideshow. Get all the exclusive content right in the Apple Podcast app. So just a few ways to become a true and honorable freak. Thank you so much to all of my paying members. You are the reason this show continues. 3 very quick stories now. First up, a skydiving nun.
You make me want to smoke. You fucked my day up. You care about yourself. You should just fucking smile and blow me. Because I deserve it.
You know what an agitated but deserving Mel Gibson means. It's time for Distorted Views, Access Entertainment Hollywood News Insider Report Extra Edition tonight.
Celebrity.
Bullshit. I'll be back.
Entertainment.
Is Don on the phone?
Hollywood.
I can't handle it anymore. I can't look.
Extra.
Well, we've got a lawsuit alert. Which big name star is in trouble now? Well, it appears Drake is in hot water. Actually, he's not in hot water. He's in hot sauce. A lot of hot sauce. What the hell am I talking about? Well, a model may be filing a lawsuit against Drake after things got a little spicy in the bedroom. The Instagram model, whose name was not revealed, said she had consensual intercourse with Drake a few weeks ago. So far, there's nothing he could get arrested for, right? Consensual sex is still legal. I guess, Drake met this woman at a party. He took her back to his room. Okay, they smoked weed for a bit. And then he asked if she wanted to have sex. She said he was very intent on ensuring things were consensual. So he's a good boy, that Drake. They started with a little foreplay. He rubbed and sucked on her nips. Wow, this news story is going into quite some detail. What's this, The Guardian? The New York Times? What is this? Anyway, so yeah, he rubbed and sucked on her titties. He then went to the bathroom and came out with a condom on. He didn't want her to see him fumbling around with that thing. Sometimes he can't get the wrapper open, then his boner starts fading away, and it's a whole production. She said that he's about 7 inches thick and cut. Well, we're getting a lot of information about Drake. Still, what is this lawsuit about? She said that he mostly hit her from the back and eventually came inside the condom. Immediately after, he went back into the bathroom to get rid of the condom. Just threw it in the trash or whatever. Okay, nothing weird yet, really. As we're learning so much about Drake right now, here's another little tidbit. And this is truly smart, in my opinion. Drake doesn't want these bitches stealing the condom, putting it up on eBay, or spreading it on their clothes and saying Drake ejaculated all over me and it was unwanted. I mean, who knows? There are a lot of different reasons why women would want Drake's cum. So what Drake does is after they have sex, he comes in the condom, he goes to throw it away, but before he does, he pours hot sauce into the condom. So apparently this woman went to she didn't know about this hot sauce trick. She goes to the bathroom. I can't believe this story is real, but news stories are publishing it, so that's good enough for me. She immediately went to the bathroom. She tried to retrieve the used condom, I guess to pour it in her pussy. She wanted a little Drake baby and access to some of that Drake cash. Drake did the Drake thing and booby-trapped the condom with hot sauce. She fished the condom out of the trash, untied it, and put the opening end into her vagina. She said it felt like pouring hot lava into her pussy. She screamed out loud and Drake ran into the bathroom. He admitted that he poured a packet of hot sauce in the condom to kill all the sperm. Even though the premise of the story seems suspect, people on Twitter came to Drake's defense. One observer questioned Drake's judgment on some things, but praised his alleged strategy as, quote, genius. In his latest Instagram post, Drake did not confirm or deny the story, but seemed to have responded, quote, "You can have your 15 minutes of fame. I'll take the other 23 hours and 45 minutes. He captioned a set of 2 photos. Here's why that story isn't believable. She admitted to taking someone's used condom and pouring the contents into her pussy in an attempt to scam Drake. What judge is going to award her anything for her scorching hot cunt? It's ludicrous. It's outrageous. There are a lot of really dumb people out there, though. There's a slim chance this is a true news story. All right, second story we have for you today. We've talked a lot about urine drinkers on the podcast over the years. Most recently, An anti-vaxxer suggested drinking your own piss to cure COVID-19, and also if you happen to be vaccinated, you can shed all of those deadly toxins with a few swigs of piss. Pee is so versatile. Sometimes I found it's a little too strong, though. Thankfully, there's now the Complete Urine Drinker's Cocktail Guide. Finally, my prayers have been answered. Step-by-step instructions on how to concoct the perfect Pee-Tini. Drinking urine has been around for millennia as a health elixir. Now, Plum World is trying to make consuming the human waste less stomach-churning, maybe even hip. The UK-based website that sells home bathroom fixtures created a cocktail recipe guide complete with 25 alcohol-free drinks that mimic many of the crafted cocktails found at trendy bars. Years ago on the podcast, we found a Semen cookbook. They were big on custards, creamy stuff like that. This recipe book is in the same vein, same penis vein, I guess, but obviously it just contains all pee drinks. Recipes in the Complete Urine Drinker's Cocktail Guide include tongue-in-cheek names for the concoctions, like the Margapita, a drink dedicated to TV personality and survivalist Bear Grylls, made using fresh urine, lime juice, and simple syrup. There's also the Pee and Tonic, quite simply made from fresh urine and tonic water, and the Pisco Sour, made from fresh urine. It's always got to be fresh urine, lime juice, and free-range egg whites. Ugh. Add a little simple syrup and a dash of bitters. Got yourself a Pisco Sour there. Plum World says these recipes can be made at home without worrying about the taste. That's the only thing I would be worried about. Wouldn't be able to get my mind off of it. As horrifying as the concept sounds, evidence shows that the ancient Egyptians, Romans, Hindus, and Chinese all drank urine for medicinal purposes. Yeah, like fucking 10,000 years ago. All people were stupid back then. Many believe that the waste can prevent or cure sickness, cleanse one's bowels, or act as a beauty treatment. Yeah, just rub that piss into your skin. Modern-day techniques for ingesting it include taking some midstream from morning urine, mix it with juice, poured in fruit, or taken drops under the tongue. Some famous practitioners reportedly have included Mexican boxer Juan Manuel Marquez, author J.D. Salinger, okay, I know that name, and former Indian Prime Minister Morarji Desai or something. Using urine in alcohol drinks is not new. James Gilpin, a designer and researcher in the UK who works on new biomedical technologies, has been experimenting with a high-end single malt whiskey made from the sugar-rich urine of elderly diabetics. Are you fucking kidding me? Yes, my fine whiskey is made with only the sweetest piss from the fattest, most elderly diabetics. What if this drink catches on? He's gonna have to set up like diabetic farms. Free-range fat people all wandering around his property just so he has enough diabetic piss to keep bottling his whiskey. Keep up with demand, you know. Talk about a mad scientist. He's been experimenting with a high-end single malt whiskey made with the sugar-rich urine of elderly diabetics. The pee recipe book is not exactly an original idea. You can go online and find recipes, like one drink called Piss on the Beach, which is just like sex on the beach, but with urine. Some health professionals say that drinking urine isn't the best idea, and that while it contains mainly water, minerals like sodium, potassium, and chloride that the body has already been expelled are being put back in. Look, this is stuff your body is desperately trying to expel from your system. It wants to get rid of it. Stop reintroducing it. Silly piss drinkers. All right, final story we have for you today. Last week, we talked about COVID dick in a variety of forms. You get the coronavirus, you might start suffering from erectile dysfunction. Then, if you get long COVID, you could be one of the rare individuals whose penis actually shrinks permanently. The story I read last week featured a guy who lost 1.5 inches off of his penis. Who has that kind of length to spare? Like, who wouldn't miss 1.5 inches when it comes to your dick, right? Scary, scary stuff. While the final story I have for you today does not have anything to do with COVID-19, it does have to do with penises and length. A man has confessed to spending about $4,000, all to have his penis extended by 1 inch after his 3-inch pecker was mocked and ridiculed by his lovers. Man, they did it right to his face. That's cold. Murat K. from Germany spent years trying to increase the size of his member, even turning to penis pumps in desperation. Now, penis pumps work. They'll pump up your dick real big, but it's not a permanent solution. The effects don't last long at all. You got to keep pumping. By the way, if you want to get yourself a good penis pump, check out adamandeve.com and don't forget to use promo code FREAK, F-R-E-A-K. Get 50% off just about any item from their vast catalog. Plus, you're going to get free shipping. They're going to throw in some free gifts. It's not a bad deal at all. Not a bad deal. It's an amazing fucking deal. half off just about any item. When do you see deals like that anymore? Go to adamandeve.com for all your adult fun time needs. They got condoms, lubes, movies, stuff to stick your dick in, clit stimulators, the whole nine. Again, adamandeve.com, promo code FREAK. That's how you slide a commercial into a podcast right in the middle of a news story. Anyway, this guy turned to penis pumps in desperation as he felt he came up short in, the cock department. His penis measured only 3 inches, whereas the average length in Germany is just over 5 inches when erect. The 36-year-old battled against relentless jibes from women he bedded, and feeling ashamed of his size, he felt scared to have sex. One of them told me right in my face that I wasn't well equipped, he said. What a bitch on a frantic mission to increase the length. He tried all sorts of ways to overcome his problem, forking out hundreds of dollars in the process. I tried pills, creams, penis pumps, and expanders to lengthen my penis, he said. I spent over $1,000 and nothing helped. Having run out of options, Murat went to a doctor in Hanover who specializes in the so-called autologous fat method. I probably mispronounced that. To have his penis extended by just an inch. I'm guessing by, injecting fat into your cock. Despite the change in size being slight, it came with a hefty price tag. 1 inch for $4,100. Is that the per inch price, or is that as far as it could be extended? Could he pay $8,200 for 2 inches? I'd take out a loan and go 3 inches. 3 inches on top of his 3 inches, that'll give him a solid 6. He'll technically be above average when compared to other Germans. Dr. Christian Kerpen, a specialist in plastic and aesthetic surgery from the specialist clinic Cosmopolitan Aesthetics, performed the 60-minute operation. He hailed the results, saying 2 centimeters in length and girth make a big difference. There are 2 methods to change the size of a penis. First is surgical lengthening with ligaments. That sounds painful. And the second is the enlargement of the member with fat. Specifically, how do you pronounce it? Hold on a second. I'm going to go right to Google.
Autologous.
Autologous. Boy, I butchered that. What the fuck is autologous? It's of cells or tissues.
Autologous.
Autologous. I'm sure the news could have just said fat tissue, but they got to be all fancy with their autologous. Anyway, the autologous fat is obtained from the stomach area, which is then injected into the penis. The 49-year-old, who performs more than 300 operations a year, added, "You can argue about the right size, circumference, or shape, but more and more men are unhappy about their sex organ, and their self-confidence suffers as a result." I bet you can get a longer lengthening with that other method, the ligament method, the one that sounds painful. That seems more surgical. This is just like injecting fat into the cock. And although it's less invasive, I think there are a potential for complications like the fat could be distributed uneven and you're going to get like a lumpy shaft. I'm almost certain we've read news stories like that, although it may have been a story about like a back alley cock fat injection, probably using like old French fried grease or something, maybe Crisco. Look, you don't want to cheap out when it comes to cock lengthening. That's really the moral of the story here, I guess. That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Monday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. I love to hear from you freaks, and there are many ways to contact the show at distortedview.com. I'm also all over the internet, social media-wise, at DistortedView on Twitter and Instagram, facebook.com/DistortedViewShow. We've got a Discord where all the freaks hang out. If you'd like to participate in all the fun, check out the main navigation bar over there at distortedview.com. Just click on Discord, use that as your invite in. All right, now we can get into some voicemails. Let's check in and see what the patrons have been up to. Oh, I know this area code.
Go ahead. You're connected. When done, hit the pound sign. That's the pound sign. Say hello.
For those of you new to Distorted View, the person calling in right now is Vlad. He is a man, but he can do a really good female voice, and he calls into a telephone party line where horny guys want to have phone sex.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, baby, it's Karen Q. How are you?
I'm all right, man. Your voice got my dick stupid hard, man.
Stupid hard. How hard is stupid hard? Let me hear it.
Here.
Jesus Christ!
I hear it.
That is some monster meat there. That is stupid hard.
Heavy.
Sounds heavy.
Hurt yourself.
It is heavy. My balls are even heavier.
Yeah, it's big, heavy, full fucking balls. So, what turns you on?
I love fat ass.
Yeah, I love fat ass.
Juicy lips.
I just wanted to make sure that you didn't vote for Joe Biden, because I just cannot abide someone who voted for Joe Biden.
Well, things are getting political here on the free party line.
No, I didn't vote at all, so.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
didn't vote for Daddy Trump. That's terrible.
Yeah, what's it? What's up? You gonna get this nut up out of me?
I need you to promise me.
Yeah, he doesn't want to talk politics. He wants to drain his balls.
I'll make you feel so good. But I need you to promise me that you're gonna register to vote and that you're gonna vote for Daddy Trump.
Okay, I got you. I promise you.
Where do you live?
I'm in Georgia.
In Georgia? Oh, that's a really important state to be voting for Trump.
Yeah.
So why don't you pull that cock out?
Yeah. South.
Tell me, what's the freakiest shit you like to get into?
Well, 69 is...
That is not freaky. That's a normal sex position. Guy comes off, trying to sound all hard and a real sexual deviant. But in the end, he's vanilla. What's the freakiest thing you ever did with a woman? We went to the bedroom, and I had her lay on her back and spread her legs, and then I fucked her. That's called missionary. That's really the least imaginative way to have sex. No, you didn't let me finish, though. She was naked. Well, kinky. I do appreciate this new Get Out to Vote drive that Vlad is starting. He'll give you whatever phone sex you want, as long as you promise to register to vote.
Timmy Boo's DJC calling from the Tesla of Love. Just want to say I love you, and I am your Joey. I'm the guy that my best friend didn't want to tell he was gay because he was afraid of how I'd react, which is weird because I always felt like I was pretty inclusive.
Well, we were both teenagers, both trying to not come off looking gay. So anytime, something gay was on TV or something, Joe would be like, oh, that's gross, turn it off. And I'm sure I did the same thing. That probably played into why I was concerned about coming out to him, because I probably thought like, oh my God, those times like Joe was very kind of grossed out or weirded out about gay stuff. But come to find out, he was just masturbating to it. By the way, I was telling you guys like how gay Joe is, like his show choir and all that crap. I forgot the funniest thing. So, growing up, Joe was always like a bigger guy, had a few extra pounds on him or whatever. And yet, whenever we would go to the mall or whatever, bookstore, pharmacy, whatever, and we'd look at magazines, he would always get like fitness or muscle magazines. And I never really thought much about it, but he never worked out. I mean, again, you got to remember this was kind of like before internet porn was a thing. We were teenagers. We didn't have access to much. So, yeah, he was obviously jerking off to those magazines.
Which is weird because I always felt like I was pretty inclusive. But I guess
Uh-oh. The car phone in your Tesla of love just shat the bed. Dun, 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 dun. All right, let's move on here.
Hey, it's Banji. I just wanted to call about Friday's episode. I think you were very, very correct in assuming that guy was talking to himself on the phone.
Oh, yeah, the crazy person talking about interdimensional travel and blowing up mountains and shit.
Crazy schizophrenic dude.
No!
Talking about...
not schizophrenic! No!
Alien features or whatever.
Yeah.
Interdimensional stuff. He probably was talking to himself. I've been in the throes of schizophrenia before, and I was having full-blown conversations with myself with that.
Well, I hope you are on good medicine now and you don't ever have this problem again, but should you go off your meds for whatever reason and you start to feel yourself slipping, call into the voicemail line. Give us a full crazy monologue or soliloquy or whatever.
Multiple people tell me that I was talking to myself and like assuming that they said things that they didn't say.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I think you were very correct about that. I think that is a dead on. He probably was just talking into a phone that wasn't connected to another person. Also, you had
the phone line wasn't connected at all.
Caller ask about strippers.
Oh, yes.
And I actually dated a stripper for a number of years when I was younger. And they actually keep all of their tips.
Nice.
All the money that they make dancing and dances and everything, they keep all of it. Sometimes they can order a VIP room, like a customer will order a VIP room. There's a house cut on that. Oh. But all their tips, all their dance money, they keep all of it.
Well, good.
They get walked out the door by a bouncer when they're done with their shift, and they tip the bouncer. So they'll give the bouncer like 20% of what they made or a certain amount of money that they made that night. But besides that, they keep all their money.
Awesome.
It's a good profession.
Yeah. Hope that answers the listener's question there. They called in, last week, asking if strippers got to keep all their tips.
Hey, Tim. Hey, Freak. So, as I'm sure you've noticed, Secret Santa did not happen this year. I got sick 3 times since mid-November, and I just was not sucking up to it.
Are you like putting on a sick voice now to really lay it on? Like, I couldn't do Secret Santa because I was sick 3 times. It's lingering. I still have it. Bronchitis or something. Like, okay, we believe you.
So to that,
cut the shit, level 80.
And yes, I am sick again for a 4th time.
Yeah.
I don't know what's. Oh wait, no, I do know what's wrong with me. I literally inhale food. It gets stuck in my lungs, and then it gets, what do you call it? It gets infected, and then I get upper respiratory infections. Anyway, to fix that, I'd like to present DVDs.
Of course, chunks of your food get lodged in your lungs, and then they get infected. Holy fuck. Poor level lady. If it's not one thing, it's another. She can't even eat food now.
Right, first,
that risk of causing massive infection.
Quote, Covert Cupid. It's basically Secret Santa, exactly the same, but it takes place about 1 month from now, which is, today is the 14th of January, so this would be on Valentine's Day.
Is anyone going to want to participate in this? Or is this because people have already committed to participating in Secret Santa, and so that didn't happen, so now you're just pushing it to Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day, you know, for a lot of people is very lonely, and this year I hope to fix that. If you'd like to take part, please DM me.
It's Distorted View Daily's Lonely Farts Club.
On Twitter, on Discord, or email me level 80, or sorry, LVL 80 catlady at gmail.com. And
like level 80 cat lady, but level is missing the E's. It's LVL. Level 80 cat lady.
In a tweet that I tweeted yesterday or this morning, whatever. So it's just like your name, your DV name, your address, some shit that you like that's like maybe like Star Wars. But
okay, listen. Let me just break it down. You know how Secret Santa works? You get someone's name, you get them a gift, you send it to them. Some other mystery person gets your name and sends you a gift. It's that same idea, but instead of on Christmas, it's going to happen on Valentine's Day, so you have something nice to open on the official day of love. If you would like to participate in Secret Cupid, or whatever Level Lady Cat Lady's calling it, you know how to contact her. I will provide her contact information as well on the show notes. Okay? Sound good? Good deal? Level Lady Cat Lady's always up to something. Whoever Level Lady Cat Lady gets, she's just going to send some of her tonsil stones that she coughs up. Some food chunks that were lodged in her lungs for a month or two. Aged popcorn kernels. All right, look forward to that. That is all the time we have on this edition of the program. Want you guys to email me, show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-66. Oh, God, is it? Oh, God.
Hi, Galileo 2333.
Spread the distortion. STD. Tell all your friends about the show. Don't forget to rate us and review us wherever you can criticize podcasts. Remember, tomorrow's episode is going to be Sideshow exclusive. If you want to hear it, you got to sign up. Superfreaksideshow.com or Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Otherwise, I will see you back on Wednesday. Until then, have a great day. Bye, everybody.
Oh, fuck. My grandfather eating my ass.
This has been another excellent podcast from the Scribe Media Group. Learn more at scribe.net.